At nais ko pong basahin sa inyo ang executive order na ito. And I hope you don't mind to continue watching and listening carefully. And kung may pagkakataon ay kung di man kalabisan, please share this information for proper guidance ng ating mga kababayan. Hindi lang sa Sampaloc, pati na rin sa buong Maynila. An order providing a 48-hour shutdown in the entire Sampaloc District of Manila from 8 p.m. of April 23, 2020 until 8 p.m. of April 25, 2020 for purposes of disease, surveillance, verification, or testing and rapid risk assessment in relation to COVID-19. Ibig sabihin, sa Huwebes, alas 8 ng gabi, magsisimula. Whereas, under Section 15, Article 2 of the Philippine Constitution, it is the state's policy to protect and promote the right to health of the people. Whereas Republic Act RA 11332, otherwise known as Mandatory Reporting of Notifiable Diseases and Health Events of Public Health Concern Act, provides that the state shall endeavor to protect the people from public health threats through the efficient and effective disease surveillance of notifiable diseases, including emerging infectious diseases, and provide an effective response in compliance with international standards. Further, the state recognized public health emergency as threats to public health and national security. Whereas, Section 3, open close parenthesis, N of RA 11332, defines response as the implementation of specific activities to control further spread of infectious outbreaks or epidemics, prevent reoccurrence. It includes verification, rapid risk assessment activities, among others. Whereas Section 6, open close parenthesis E, RA 11332 provides that DOH and its local counterparts have the statutory and regulatory authority to enforce, among others, rapid containment, quarantine, and isolation, disease prevention and control measures, and response activities for events of public health concern. Whereas, President Rodrigo R. Duterte issued Proclamation Number 922/2020 declaring a state of public health emergency throughout the Philippines in view of the COVID-19. Under Presidential Proclamation Number 922, the spread of COVID-19 was considered as an emergency that threatens the national security. This declaration capacitated local government units to immediately act to prevent loss of life, utilize appropriate resources to implement urgent and critical measures to contain or prevent the spread of COVID-19, as well as to mitigate its effect and impact to the community. Whereas, as early as April 8, there have been about 67 positive cases reported in Sampaloc District of Manila. On April 19, these numbers continue to rise with a total of 98 positive cases and 158 suspected cases in the area. Whereas, under Section 455 open close parenthesis letter B, open parenthesis number 1, open and close parenthesis Roman numeral number 7 of the Local Government Code. The city mayor is empowered to carry out such emergency measures as may be necessary during and in the aftermath of man-made and natural disasters and calamities. Now, therefore, I, Francisco Dumagoso, by virtue of the power vested in me by law, in order to contain the spread and mitigate any adverse effect of COVID-19, hereby orders the 48-hour shutdown, or mas madali nyo maintindihan, hard lockdown, from 8 p.m. of April 23 until 8 p.m. of April 25 of 2020 of the entire Sampaloc District of Manila for purposes of disease surveillance, verification or testing, and rapid risk assessment as the city's response measures to the imminent danger posed by COVID-19 to the said locality as well as the entire city. During the shutdown period, all residents of the said district shall be strictly confined to their residence and are prohibited from going out of their houses except the following. A. Health workers residing in the district such as doctors, nurses, hospital, clinic aides, and laboratory and dialysis technician during a health-related emergency. B. Officers and members of PNP, AFP, PCG, and government workers rendering emergency frontline services, border control, and other critical services. Letter C. Service workers who are working in pharmacies, drugstores, and death care service establishment. Letter D. The officers of barangay, chairpersons, barangay secretaries, barangay treasurers, tagawads, and the executive officers, o mas kilala natin as XO, yung head po ng mga tanod. Letter E. Workers in the media industry, duly accredited by the Presidential Communication Operations Office and IATF. All other commercial, industrial, retail, institutional, and other activities not mentioned in the above exemptions in the said district shall be suspended within the specific or specified period of the shutdown. Further, pursuant to the power of operational supervision and control of the city mayor over Philippine National Police, units in their respective jurisdiction, station commanders of police stations in the said district are hereby directed to employ and deploy officers and personnel in strategic location and areas in the district necessary for the effective implementation of the shutdown as identified under the approved concept of operation. This executive order shall take effect immediately. Signed by yours truly.